As we go into understanding the very nature of who you are, the very nature of your consciousness is to create. And you start by basically creating everything that you experience. That is the foundation of the reality that you're living in. It is a result of your consciousness. When you are on the conscious spiritual journey and you come to this awareness, then it is your responsibility, it is your intention to create the reality that you desire. So when we talk about creation, we often talk about manifestation, but then we also talk about such techniques as the law of attraction. Sometimes those two things can be synonymous with one another. When somebody mentions the law of attraction, they're talking about manifestation. When somebody talks about manifestation, they're usually applying the techniques of the law of attraction. Now, what I want you to understand is that manifestation is broader, and the law of attraction is basically a part of the overall picture of manifestation. Usually in the teachings of law of attraction, the idea is to spend more focus on thought, your belief systems, the things you are visualizing and imagining, right? And then also following that with emotions, constantly visualizing yourself having the thing that you desire and imagining yourself already having that which you desire. Thus, syncing yourself up with the universe, vibrating at a certain frequency that is the same frequency of the thing that you want. Now, when we think about manifestation, we go a lot deeper and we involve way more things outside of just thought and emotions. So what I want to do is I want to give you an analogy of a seed. The thing that you desire, right? The thing that you want, the thing that you wish to manifest, create, materialize, bring into fruition is a seed. That seed stems from something, right? It comes from something. It usually comes from a fruit, right? It comes from an already established fruit that came from a tree. And thus, seeds are very important, very symbolic when it comes to creation, reproduction, not only of people, but of your thoughts. Now, think about this seed as the thing that you wish to create. Or think about the thing that you wish to create as a seed. Now, with the law of attraction, you are only applying thought and emotion. So as you apply that thought and emotion to the seed of your desire, think about it as sprouting something, right? Like you can grow a seed without putting it in soil, and that's called a sprout. And that basically involves covering up the seed, right? Keeping it in darkness, but only giving it water. Now, over the course of a few days, that seed will sprout. But it has its limitations. The seed will sprout. It will create a result, but it will not be enough to create a full tree, right? It will not be enough to create a tree that will actually bear more fruit. But when you think about manifestation as a whole, you are not only applying your thoughts and your emotions, you're applying all of who you are. Your thoughts, your emotions, your body, right? Actions, the things that you surround yourself with, your environment, the people you surround yourself with, right? The things that you are consuming, okay? So be mindful that when you are now in a space where you're in a broader, more complete idea or way of thinking about manifestation, now the seed can be put in soil, right? The soil of, say, your subconscious mind, because with the law of attraction, you're only really engaging your conscious mind. And over time, yes, the things that you are saying over and over and over again are being implanted into your subconscious. But ultimately, that's not really the thought process behind the technique, right? That is an eventual result. But with manifestation, you are now intentionally focusing on programming your subconscious mind. So when you think about this seed, this thing that you desire, you are implanting that thing in soil. That soil provides nutrients as well as water, right? That sprout happens. The seed sprouts. Now you are continuing to give that seed or that sprout more nutrients via affirmations, self-hypnosis, autosuggestion, right? surrounding yourself in a good environment, making sure the soil has good nutrients and it isn't, devoid of nutrition, that it is actually good soil with good fertilization, making sure the water is clean, making sure you get proper sunlight. You see, all of these things encompass everything that you need and everything that you have, right? Your body, your mind, your emotions, your environment, all of those things represent everything you need to actually turn that simple small seed into not only a sprout, but a full tree that will blossom and bear more fruit. And from that fruit, you can continue the process of taking more seeds, bearing more fruit, basically, essentially creating a forest of manifestation, materialization of the thing that you desire. And thus, this is the process of really coming into the realization of a creator, because not only are you creating one simple thing, you are creating a forest. You are creating an entire reality from one thing to another, to another, to another. And this process, this journey goes into the self-discovery, right? The true realization as to who you are, of the ability to actually create more than just one fruit, right? To create one sprout, but to create an entire environment, an entire reality, an entire universe. So think about taking the law of attraction further and recognizing that though a lot of people understand that action is very important, don't just focus on thoughts and emotions. You have to still apply the intellect of your mind, right? Your computing system, the ways in which your mind does things and how to really get into the self-awareness of what works for you and what doesn't, but also the strategy behind using your physical body to actually get things done. So you want to recognize that, yes, you can visualize, and it is important to think about what you want, visualize what you want, imagine what you want, imply emotions with what you want, in connection with what you want. But then you have to also think about, what can you do right now? A physical action. What can you do right now to actually begin the process, begin planting the seeds, right? Physically planting the seeds, taking action to actually begin the process, to begin to build the momentum of action. Because without action, the ideas of visualization, right, which will create opportunities, it will create the ability to synchronize yourself with opportunities and to be able to identify certain things or places or people that align with what you want. But if you are not willing in continually telling yourself or preparing yourself to take action, then you will miss those opportunities. And then eventually the universe, your higher mind, will recognize that you're not ready for the thing that you are saying that you want, and thus decrease the opportunities, right? Because then you will not be able to identify them right away. So the quicker you create these opportunities through visualization, right, through positive thought, and the quicker you take action, use your physical body to actually act upon those opportunities, then the more opportunities will come. Because now you're not in a place of fear or a place of, you're not creating a resistance or a bottleneck in your process of materialization. So recognize the importance of encompassing all of who you are when it comes to growing this thing that you wish to materialize. Okay, you need all of you to do so, not just a part of who you are. Because if it just took a part of who you are, then that's all we would need, right? So recognize that all of you has a purpose in your path of self-discovery, in your path of self-realization, into the fact that you are creator of your universe. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my newsletter, and also get access to this free ebook, The Power Within. Continue to join me on this journey. Thank you.